We tried again. Look, there's a bunch of people show up. No, it's not a broken record. It said for something about an internal, we had an error on an internal server to restart the live, so it made me come in through, like I had to leave and come back. But Ron and Randy were okay. It doesn't like my computer today. It's finicky.
Well, that counter at the top is going the whole time where it says like live recording. It's been counting down the whole time I've been here.
Uh huh. But when you go to the actual window, the page on YouTube, it just was buffering when I looked at
Oh,
it.
huh.
See, people are saying, is the stream messed up? Is the stream messed up? I wonder if it made an extra one. Oh, it took a
Yeah,
screenshot.
it did. It did. It made another one. There's no thumbnail for it.
Captain Joe said, you all new at this?
Yeah, yeah.
That's Bill's Timu internet.
Uh,
And no one's watching us now.
Warren said, did I break it?
We got 7 in.
It's not showing anything on mine. Let's see. Anyway, I was going to put this in here. There's like 2 or 3 people watching.
Well, that's okay, Bill. Just recently, I posted a lost episode of Drone Nation that never aired.
I saw that.
Yeah, yeah, the lost episode.
So if you're see, it's still showing me that there's 0 people watching.
Huh. But yeah, I see people commenting in the chat. What Warren commented 35 seconds ago.
Yeah, so I'm looking at the one with no thumbnails, just got my thing in the middle. And then now it's say, like I can see Ron saying, hey, it's working. I'm getting seasick. Mike! That's what I saw, Mike. Look at that. It seems to be working over here.
Now we got 11.
Wait a minute. But I'm not getting any chat.
The chat. Hey, folks, if everybody in the chat.
I tell you what.
Everybody in the chat say I'm here.
You all keep talking. And I'll be back. Y'all keep talking.
Hey, chat, if you can still hear Randy and I, tell us in the chat you can hear us, or you're in there or whatever. Just say present or something.
Testing.
Raise your hand. So did you get to fly today at all, Randy?
Today, actually, yeah, I flew my tiny woot while I was waiting on my Chinese food.
Oh, cool. It was a nice day. I had 2 drone jobs today, and the one was down by the bay, and it was Delaware River. It was beautiful down there.
Awesome.
Let's see.
Today,
No, it still won't
was
give me the
very nice.
comments. It still won't give me
The
the
comments
comments.
have stopped.
Y'all keep talking, and I'll be back.
Okay.
Y'all might get more views. Keep talking.
Yeah. We'll give
I
you
was just showing Bill. I got this. I got 2 AMS with my 3D printer, which I can make up to 8 colors, and I did my first print that has actually 8 colors in it, and I think it turned out really good. It's these Disney Goofy coasters.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
There's
So
8 colors in that.
yeah. So it's the equivalent to 10-bit color in drones or whatever. You get that extra, extra pop from the 8th color.
Cause like there's black, green, beige, white, red, blue, orange. There's just a lot of different colors,
Yeah.
and it turned out pretty amazing.
Yeah, again, it's like the same thing as 10-bit color on a drone. It just adds that extra punch to get those. Actually, in the drone gets extra millions of colors. Well, the possibilities you get in an 8th color probably opens up thousands and thousands of extra color possibilities.
Yep, absolutely. Because a lot of NFL teams and sports teams have more than 4 colors, like 5, 6 different colors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
this
said
for a
you were
lady.
flying at lunch. Did you fly the Mobula? The Mobula, which Mobula is it? 6, 7? What is it?
The Mobula 7.
Yeah. You flying that today?
Yep, and I had a little boy come up to me. I guess he was with his mom getting dinner, and he said, "Man, you're good at flying that thing." I said, "Thanks, buddy." And I had some stickers on me, and I gave him a sticker. I said, "Check out my YouTube channel."
Oh, cool.
So hopefully he'll get into drones. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, again, I have to get somebody on the show, like maybe Jeremy or something. You can come on with us, and we'll do a show and talk about the Mobula 7 some night. About how
Yeah.
you put the air unit light in and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, come on with us sometime. We'll talk about it, make a little show out of it, or a partial show.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Definitely.
We'll need something to talk about when the Mavic 4 Pro doesn't get released in the U.S. next week.
Oh no, don't say that.
I mean, more and more guys are saying it
Can y'all
doesn't
hear
look
me
like
now?
you guys selling drones in the U.S. anymore.
Yeah, you know what? If you go onto the DJI store, the
Y'all
app,
can't hear me?
it's unavailable in our region. You got to go on actually DJI.com.
And guess what? The teaser that dropped yesterday is not on the U.S. version of the website.
Yeah, I didn't get an email.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
they haven't. Can you
nobody
all
in the
hear
U.S.
me?
got an email.
Can anybody hear me?
Nobody's
Yeah, I
left
can
a
hear.
nobody's left a comment since you were last here, Bill.
Oh, well, it broke on my end. Like EVMux completely shut down.
The the
I'm not getting any comments or
the chat's
anything.
going in the YouTube, but on the EV Mux, it's not.
Yeah,
Are
so,
are you recording this? Can we publish this as a lost episode eventually?
well, it won't be we can public, we're still doing it. It's just, I'll have to look at the other chat to see what's going on, which kind of blows. I don't understand. I
So
only have
okay,
one
Oh
other idea.
so they're chatting in a show that we're not in.
no,
Yeah,
we're there.
no. I mean, I can see him over here.
Bill's
I
just got
can
to have
see
two
him over
windows
here.
open to see the
Oh
chat.
yeah,
He
because
can't
he's
see it on
telling me
his.
my audio is like super high, and I've turned it down, but it won't go
Your audio is
down.
not that high to me.
It's
That sounds
see.
good to me.
Anyway, so I have one other thing. So one other idea. So I'm going to try something else. I'll be back again.
Okay.
Bear with me, folks.
Bill's like the guy.
Give
Bill's like the
Ron
guy keeps
and
going out
Randy
to
a lot of love while I'm gone, and then
Bill,
deal with me when I get back.
Bill, you're like the guy keeps going to the kitchen. We're all at the house party. You keep
I'm
disappearing
going
in
to
the
clear the
kitchen.
cache is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to clear all my caches and try to come back and see if that works.
And Bill, bring some snacks back with you too. Bring the chips and dip back with you too. So
Yeah, that Mobula 7 round is pretty awesome. I had a little mishap the other day. You know how
oh,
I've been chasing my daughter around with it?
like that video put out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She uh she got a little too close to it and it got tangled up in her hair.
Oh wow. But
Yeah,
no blood or anything, right?
no. These props they're not even screwed on, so they'll
Jeremy
just pop.
showed me how they're soft they are. Yeah.
Yeah, they just pop right off. So they're no danger, but every all four props got tangled up in her hair
But
pretty
yeah,
bad.
and use scissors.
Um, I got three of them out and got it untangled, but the last one, I was able to just pull the props off, so I got the drone out no problem. But her hair was twisted up, and I got most of the tangles out, but I did had to clip a little bit out,
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
just a little bit. But I
did,
learned my lesson.
did your wife find out about it?
No, no,
Okay. He didn't watch
no.
the show, so we're safe.
Yeah, no.
Huh.
But I loved it. I love that little drone. And what a lot of people don't realize with like a carbon drone, like just like the little tiny whoops, you can put it in angle mode, and it'll fly just like a GPS drone. It just won't have like position hold. You'll have to
Yeah.
like a toy drone.
You have to keep flying it all the time. Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah. It's not like the Avata where you can just hands off the sticks and let it sit there until you figure out what you're doing.
No, it'll wander.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
But it's a fun little drone, no doubt.
Oh, there he is.
Well, see, it still no joy. Yeah,
Oh.
it's just dead. I don't know. I even clearing the caches and everything.
Mm.
So I love everybody that's here. If you if you all can see them, call them out because I have. If I look at it over here on the show, it's like 2 or 3 minutes behind.
Yeah, we're nobody's left a comment and since outside of you, Bill, nobody's left a comment in 8 minutes, so it's dead.
Oh wow! So everybody just said the hell with it.
Just no new comments. I don't think they can.
No, yeah.
We got 15 watching now. They're commenting. It's just in the YouTube, not the
Why
EV
is
Mux.
Corey not okay? Is this a different Corey? Corey man, oh.
I think that's the same one.
And I don't know how to. I put
All right.
something in the chat, but I don't know how to put something in the chat at Emux.
It does like
At the
I
top.
guess a screen grab or something, but it's just not updating on EVMux. It's like it's broken. It's not telling me how many people are watching. None of that shit. Anyway, so moving on. Like I showed Randy earlier. I put a link for it earlier. I want to show it up here because I was thinking about this yesterday because they were making jokes about it when I was going in. They're like, what would you be doing right now if you weren't here for your colonoscopy? And I said, oh, it's gorgeous outside. I'd be flying my drone. And I swear to you, my doctor looked over at me and she said, well, you can't fly while you're sedated. And I started dying laughing. And so I couldn't help myself. I had to make a T-shirt. You know me, I always make T-shirts that only I'm the one that buys. But I wanted to share this with you all because I thought it was kind of neat the way it came up with it. So check this out.
Is your doctor part 107? Knows all the rules?
No, I don't think so. But she was pretty cool. Let's see.
I see it in the little window, Bill. There it comes.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah. Can't fly if I'm sedated.
Can't fly if I'm sedated.
I like that. Yeah,
And it
yeah.
comes in a variety of colors. This is Flow Blue. We have mustard. We have the white. And we have black. So if anybody's wanting to get
I like
one
that
of
black
those,
one.
I'd love you to buy one because they make all the money and I don't get squat. Well, I get like $4, I think.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought you were going to say usually when I get an affiliate thing, it's like 4 cents.
Like
and
I
say,
said,
"Oh."
I'm the only one that buys them. So it's basically I'm giving myself money back. What am I doing? Oh, over here. Here we go. Okay, Steve, I did exactly that. And I cleared. Oh, where did it go? What did I do this time? I did it again.
There
How
we
did it
go.
lose connection? Oh, because I cut it off, didn't I? Like a doofus. You know me, I'm not swooped sometimes.
What's that old 80s pop song? Something about being sedated, Bill. You know that old song? I'm sedated. It's some real old early 80s song.
Yeah, I can. Come
You know
on.
what? Yeah. The
Okay,
sedated
guys,
is the title.
get that in there. What is it? Sedated?
Yeah.
What is it?
One of those MTV
Propofol.
One of those
Hey,
MTV
just give me a minute. I'm
songs
gonna talk
all
about
the time.
propofol here in a minute. Right? Have you ever had a colonoscopy, Randy?
No.
Randy's too young.
No, he's not. He's getting right at the ripe age, Ron.
Oh boy.
He's getting right there. He's right
I need to
there.
have a
I was
prostate.
trying to
Be
save
like-
him.
Randy.
Mr. Ramones, I want to be sedated.
There you go. There, thank you, Randy. Yeah. That's a classic.
That's a good song.
Okay, so that was I thought that was pretty cool. So my doctor gave me that idea, and let's see what else was I gonna do. Oh, I was telling Randy beforehand. I actually have a list of streaming recommendations, as well as a page and a half of colonoscopy jokes. So I could be talking because it says 0. There's nobody here. I think it's just Randy and Ron here. So I don't know what kind of reaction I'm getting or anything because I'm looking at the broken Eevee mugs. At least it's on.
We got 13.
Oh, we did have, when I looked at it a minute ago, it said 17. So 4 people are already
Thank you,
"Fuck it, we're out."
13.
All right, so colonoscopy, because sometimes the only way to get to the bottom of things is literally.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Okay. Getting a colonoscopy is like being ghosted by your dignity.
Not quite as good as the other one.
The prep is the worst part. It's like your colon is auditioning for Niagara Falls.
I like that one. That one's good.
They gave me anesthesia. When I woke up, I felt fine. Just slightly betrayed.
Yeah.
We'll see. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Colonoscopy is like life. Full of twists, turns, and occasional pain in the butt.
That's good. That's good.
A clean bill of health? No, sir. I want a squeaky clean colon report.
A little weak.
I told the nurse, be gentle. It's my first date with a camera.
That's not bad.
Let's see. There's one that I really liked. I'm trying to see where it was. It's over here.
Just chat GPT.
Oh. They said, wear something loose and comfortable. I wore a sign that said emotionally unavailable. I like that. And there's one more. Where's that? Oh, nothing humbles you more than being told to relax while someone holds a scope the size of a garden hose. They said I needed a ride home. I needed emotional support, therapy, but sure, let's start with the ride. Colonoscopy, yeah, I like dinner and the movie first, but whatever. Let's see. Oh, you know you're getting old when getting scoped doesn't mean you're being checked out. It means a camera's going up your butt.
Well, that's
That's cool.
Colonoscopy, the only time you pray the footage get lost. It's the only procedure where your backside gets more screen time than your face. They asked if I wanted to watch it on the monitor. I said, no, thanks. I already saw the trailer in my nightmares. Okay, those were pretty good. I hate that I can't see anybody and what reaction they're having or anything. Oh, Fly Zone, there's 6 people here, 13 people here. Thank you for the 13 people that are still here. I'm very grateful for you being here.
And I hope you're leaving good comments. I'm sorry we can't see them.
Oh, yeah, because we're just
Bill, I
kind
got
of blowing in the wind. I have to switch over to see 3-minute-old comments over here. And I can see, like, Cool Cat saying hello to Mikey, and then Mikey saying back, Cool Cat. And then I can see Javier is asking, anyone know what happened to Philly? Yeah, he was retired by the state of Pennsylvania, never to be allowed to fly a drone again as long as he lives.
Or even have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I mean, he can have a YouTube channel, but can't have anything to do with drones.
Right, like if you want to make one on gardening.
Oh, they wouldn't let him do that either?
Oh, no, I'm saying he could probably do one on gardening or something.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just crazy.
As long as the gardening tools didn't get too far off the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, keep that rake pretty close to the ground.
And let's see. I guess I'll go ahead and let me close this because it's not being shared. Close this. Close this. And I'm going to go ahead. We all, of course, everybody's seen a bajillion of these. But well, there's a few other things. Like I was showing Randy this really killer picture of the new monitor, the new controller. But some people are saying that they're not sure if we're even going to get the new controller.
Some people say that it won't be available until June. That package won't be available until June. But most people say it won't be available at all. So don't worry about the controller if you can't get the
Well, remember I told y'all a couple of weeks ago that I personally didn't think it would be profitable for DJI to send it over here because depending upon how the tariffs are calculated, because they're not calculated as a straight percentage. I know it says 145%, but it doesn't actually calculate out that way in math. So it's almost like an extra $1,000 for just the basic system. So you kind of do the math that way. Like if it's going to be the drone and just the RC Pro 2 with the folding, flipping screen and stuff, that's probably going to cost you closer to $4,000 because the price I saw basic in Vietnam Dong came out to be like almost $2,400. So basically, let's say $23.99 for the drone and the little RC2. Isn't that what it is? Is that what it is?
RC Pro too.
RC2.
No, not Pro. It's RC2, isn't it?
RC2. The same
yeah.
one.
Yeah, the same one's coming out with the Air 3S and all that stuff like that. Okay. And so
it's an 04 controller.
Right.
So that was going to be the one for $23.99. So you get the battery, you get the drone, and you get the decent controller for $23.99.
Right.
But then you add the extra $900 to that, and that instantly turns it to $3,300. I mean, did I say 33?
I want that new controller.
$3,300 plus tax on top of that, which me here in Washington, it's like damn near 14%.
Good Lord.
So yeah, well, we don't have any, regular. Like I don't pay state tax on my employment and stuff.
Okay, so you don't have state income tax.
Right. So we pay it out
You
every.
make it all in the sales tax. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
Ray and I just go down to Delaware and get it. Right. No tax.
Well, Ray was talking about going to Canada, and I was thinking, I know who I could probably get a hold of 2 or 3 guys here that would be willing to go. The whole point is getting it back across the damn border.
I'm just gonna have the new Prime Minister Carney just bring one down next time he comes to DC. Drop it off to me.
Couldn't you
Look.
have somebody in Canada
Oh,
mail it
look
to you?
back over here, and I can see Javier saying, "Could he do one with RC cars?" I don't know if he could do one with RC anything. Could he?
Why wouldn't he? Why couldn't
Well, yeah, well, he went ready. He could, but he couldn't use the ramp. He could have the
he?
RC car go in
He
the
could
As
use
air.
long
the
as
ramp.
it's on the
He-
ground,
he
he's
had- he
good.
had-
You cannot leap your cars more than 3 feet in the air.
Yeah, he couldn't get a ramp.
Oh, hello, how you doing?
Hello.
That's a big drink. Yeah, big drink. What's in it? Look at this. I have Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's not good for
I'll
somebody.
be
so
right
good,
back.
so
I gotta
don't
go
pay
get her
attention
some
to
more
me.
juice and put her back in bed.
Go ahead.
All right. So,
Well, Bill, I've been talking to a source this morning who no longer thinks DJI at this moment they're interested in selling drones in the U.S. at this point. Has no
that
way
they're
the Mavic
not or
4
are.
there's no way the Mavic 4 is shipped to the U.S. next week to buying customers.
Then where did you hear that first? Probably. I even said that. I was like, I don't even. I said because the minute this started happening, I was like, they're not going to waste their time because of all the trouble they had with the Air 3Ss. They're just, and the thing about it is Billy and Ken and some of them, and Jake, they may all have gotten the drone. But I'd say it was difficult to get it here because that's what I was told. Because it was supposed to be released in April, but they couldn't get it to their influencers in a safe amount of time to do. Because I think they did like 3 firmware updates so far, and that's all they've done. Usually they've done like 6 full.
And
'Cause
reportedly,
remember, Billy had
the
crashed the
yeah.
3.
Yeah,
He had crashed the 3 once or
reportedly
twice.
the firmware is still buggy now, Bill.
Yeah. Anyway, so
But it's funny though. Somehow that little flip drone got to customers in January.
The thing about it was I don't think they really considered that to hold the technology needed. I guess.
Well, I don't think that whoever's trying to stop drones from getting to the U.S. is much interested in budget drones. They're only interested in premium drones.
Yeah, because they don't think that it holds enough technology to position, all that yada 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 yada.
And the people that want to build drones in the U.S. don't really
Did you
want
see
to build
this?
budget drones.
Did you see this? I'm trying to. Can you all see the clarity? I mean, I know that's probably smashed, but I mean
Right.
the night scope on that sensor, that Micro Four Thirds sensor, is like double what it was on the Mavic 3 Pro. I mean, to me, it feels like that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
Of course,
DJI.
that may just because the controller looks better.
So you're saying that maybe this isn't default. Maybe this is
Well, we
DJI
know
professional.
it's 7-inch, and maybe it even has more nits. So
Probably
maybe it's a
1,000,
better screen.
1,200 nits, maybe.
Well, the whole point is the sensor's still going to have to feed it enough information to produce that kind of image, even on a monitor.
Well, we've seen rumors, Bill, that new controller has. Well, we know. Well, we already know.
It'll flip vertical too.
It'll
do this.
HDR. It gets an HDR signal from the drone.
Right, but it'll also do this. It'll flip vertical.
They stole that from the Pocket 3.
Yeah. Well, they also stole the damn spin move from the Pocket 3.
Well, and the DJI Osmo, camera gimbals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well,
we've seen creators do that.
You're
basically.
allowed to steal from yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I wish it's kind of. I feel bad because I can't. I see Bob Casey. Hey, okay, guys, I can't
Hey, Bob
see over
Casey.
here. Like I can see. Okay, I'm gonna call out some names real quick that I haven't seen. Josh from Primic Media. I always ask him if I'm saying it right.
Josh from PA.
Josh from PA. Is that what you said, Ron?
Well, he's from Indiana, Pennsylvania.
Okay, Johnny
Or he lives there. I
Dronefly,
don't
good
know
to
if
see
he lives
you,
there. He
sir.
lives there.
Cool cat. If I hadn't mentioned your name, Dragon Laser Engraving, very cool. Oh my God, he's making you dust off the Bebop too. It's
that
been
Dan?
years.
Dragon Laser.
Yeah.
Engraving.
Oh wow. Wow, that was
that
good. He
Dan?
found out the parrot's not making
It's back.
drones
Parrot's
anymore.
back.
That's crazy. Bob Casey, I see you. United We Drones, save the drones. I usually, every time you see Bob come in and we see each other, Bob always says, United We Drone. And then I always say back, free the drones. Just so I can see it's about halfway through a meetup. Free the drones! United We Drone! Give me another beer!
we need some more T-shirts.
It's not that far behind. The live isn't that far behind.
Okay.
Maybe 15 seconds. I was looking to see.
Well, can you that extra?
Oh, Primac.
Hey,
Ooh,
Bill,
very cool. Primac.
Bill, that extra window here. Could you put the chat up in that extra window?
Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah, if I popped it out. Let's see.
Could you put in that little extra
Hang
window?
on. So, but it's still going to be a little bit behind, but I see what you're saying. They still let you pop it out. It's
Okay.
popped out. Okay.
See, I got mine a split screen. I got the YouTube over
Let's see
here
if
and
it'll
then
let me
UV
do
Mux
that.
over
Let's
here.
go back over here. Let me kill this. Let's remove from the scene. What Ron's on the ball tonight, guys. Thank you, Ron. Good job.
Every dog
Let's
has
see if
his
I can
day,
figure out
okay?
how to do this.
You're talking to an expert.
Oh, looky.
Do I get any extra money for being an expert?
I'm trying to
Oh,
get it.
Bill, you better take care of your producer.
Oh, there it is.
Looky.
There it is. Look.
Can I? Yeah, but I got it moved over. Wait a minute. Where's the pop out?
Johnny Drone Flyer. Jim's droning's in there. Aerial photography.
No, I can't do nothing but leave it running. Yeah, let me come back over here in the studio. But see, that's the sad thing is I can't see it big enough. Let me minimize.
I can kind of read it. Cool. There's cool
Not
cat.
minimize. Watch me. I'm like killing all this time trying to figure out. I don't want it to minimize. There we go. That's a little bit better. So I've taken it, and the show now is taking up half of the screen, and then I've got the chat over here on the other side. So I can say, hello. I like Primac.
That's Primac. He was at the meetup.
That would be a good villain's name.
Randy, he drove all the way from Indiana, PA, to the meetup and without sleeping.
Oh wow!
We tried to stop at a road stop and sleep.
I'm not sure I'd be telling too many people that.
So we just kept driving.
You know?
Yeah.
I drove all that way and I didn't sleep at all, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's like 17, 18 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If I did that, I'd miss the meetup because I'd be in bed the whole weekend.
It just depends if you really like. I know some people like that really just love to drive, and some people could do. I've seen people that could drive like I had a friend of mine that could drive like 36 hours straight, just because he loved to drive.
Wow.
And he don't get mad at me, Josh.
I can do it mentally, but my body starts hurting after about 4 or 5 hours. I got to stop and get out and stretch.
Those guys could do that. Should all be Uber drivers, huh? They can make a fortune. Just think if you drove Uber for 36 hours straight.
Yeah, so that's what Josh said. He loves driving. So like I had a friend that was really, really, he was into the driving stuff. So let me get back over here.
I get bored after about an hour or two of driving.
Yeah, I can usually drive about 4 to 6 before I start getting to where I got to stop and get out.
Yeah,
4 or 5.
Four is my max. 4 is my max.
Okay, so Igor came out with all of the specs, basically, and where they've had them for a little while. But it says
all he did was recap the stuff he's already said before.
Yeah, but it's full support for D-Lock. Excuse me. Quit it. Mountain Dew's is hitting me. Brian, Steve.
Well, the Mavic series has always had standard D-Log.
I'm trying to run through some names real quick, see if there's anybody new come in. And Captain Joe and
Captain Joe America's in there, yeah.
Bill,
did you hear Captain Joe had a little bit of an accident? His Mavic 3 hit him and he got cut up pretty bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then I heard that, and Jesus signed for it today.
Yeah.
Jesus signed for it. I thought that was hilarious. He goes, I know it's in good hands. Jesus signed for it.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus has got you back, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. But so we got the main camera is the Micro Four Thirds CMOS so they're using quad bear and then coming up with 100 megapixel. So is
They
that what
quad
that is?
bear everything nowadays, don't they, Bill?
Yeah, and
And but tell them all the Bill they changed the focal length from 24 to 28, and that's got a lot of people upset. They wanted that wider 24 focal length.
Really?
but
Yeah.
it's still shooting 6K, man. How much do you have to have?
Well, that helps you punch in, but this is the opposite. This 24 to 28 punches you out.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get that wide as views you did before.
That's
So
a
hopefully,
considerable difference.
But then you got medium at 1/1/3 at 48 megapixels. The telephoto is 1/1.5 at 50 megapixels. The max photo resolution 12,288 pixels by 8,192 on the main camera. The medium lens you can get 8,064 by 6,048. The telephoto 8,092 what by 6,144. Video formats. Now this is what blew my mind.
okay,
6K at 60 frames per second.
okay,
Right? 4K at 125 frames per second in both H.265 and the older H.264.
okay.
Full support for D-Log, not just D-Log M, but full support for D-Log and
The Mavic
HLG.
3 has full support for D-Log M also. Nothing
No,
new.
no, I'm not saying not
Yeah.
just D-Log M.
Oh no,
Full
well
D-Log.
The Mavic 3 has D-Log and D-Log M both.
Yeah, okay. And like I showed you the picture a minute ago, we've seen all the other shit.
Well,
Oh, here's
Bill,
one.
to wrap up before you move on, the only camera that got significant changes was that the real long one, the Super Tele is the only one that got much of a change in
The
the
70 millimeters. Is that what it was?
no, the
166
other one,
millimeter.
the other one, the one Chuck used to call the binocular
The
one. That's the one that
1.1,
got a lot of changes.
the one over 1.5, the 50
Yes,
megapixel.
yes, that's the one that got the only one that got major changes.
Because it even takes a larger picture than the medium lens.
Yeah, but you know, right? But you
Of
know,
course, the one over 1.3 is a
yeah.
quad. They're
So
all
yeah. What
quad layered pixels.
I don't even want to know the quad bear numbers. I don't even want to know the numbers without the quad bear because
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
I
nice.
hardly ever do the quad bear thing because usually you lose dynamic range. Like if you go to
Oh,
the
I can
30
show
megapixel
this. Let me
photos,
show.
usually
What
you
is
have
that?
less dynamic range if you just shot the 12 or 20 or whatever.
Yep.
that
I
range.
always use the 12 megapixel on the Air
Yeah.
3
Okay,
too.
so Cool Cats want me to look at this.
The 50 is not as good.
Like to drive till I don't like to drive. Bob said he likes to drive till he doesn't like to drive. Bob Casey, your drone flying legend.
He
That was
is.
cool.
He is a
And
legend.
then that's kind of cool that y'all did that back in the chat. And then Bob says, "You the man. This sucks, man. Evie Mux, I paid you all this money, and this is what I get. What the hell? I should get like 3 extra months free.
Well,
Talking all this stuff. Look, look, look. You get 1080p sometimes, and sometimes the chat works, and sometimes the viewer count works, and sometimes you have no clue at all. Anyway."
well, let's just hope YouTube doesn't take our 13 views, our 13 watchers away.
Oh yeah. Do we still have 13? We might only have
19.
6. I don't know for sure how many we have. It doesn't tell me anymore.
I see 19.
Like,
Oh, okay. It said it's padding the numbers anyway. I'm trying to see where I'm at. Okay, back over here. 19 showing here. I don't know what I got. Okay. So I was jabbering along. Okay, here's what I was going to do. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna I wonder if I can share. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing the chat for a second, guys.
Oh,
We're gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna.
see you guys later.
No, we'll be back. It'll be back.
Okay, they're coming
So I
back.
need to kill this, but I want to. I want to share something different. Where is it? Oh yeah, here. Share. Because this was how I figured out what the base price would have been. So you can see this right here. This is going to be full size. So if you break it down, the shit just says the Mavic 4 Pro is 61,261 Yeah, 61,230,000. What is it? Dong. Okay, and then when you convert that, it comes out to, like I said, like 2389, I think. I mean, I could actually do the conversion thing, but I'm not going to. You're saying 2200? I thought it came out to 23. Let's see.
Well, it's
I've been
showing
here.
euro
I've been
prices
here in
right there.
22 for a while.
Vietnam. Yeah, here we go. Go back.
36.20 for the creator.
So what did it say? 61,230,000. Yeah, 2358.63 is what it comes out to for US.
I hate to have to pay that much in that foreign currency and going with all those dollars. Whatever. Imagine counting out.
Yeah, because it
61
comes
million.
sixty-one
That's
million
crazy.
two hundred thirty
Imagine that all
thousand.
at once. Yeah.
Yeah, save all your nickels, pennies, and
So you're a
don't get mad at me.
millionaire over there, ain't nothing.
But anyway, let's pull that back down and remove, and it will kill it. I will shoot it now.
Yeah, you have to go. You have to go in with a whole jar full of money to buy the drone.
Yeah.
And I will re-add the chat.
You have to go with a pickup truck full of money to buy that drone.
Well, yeah, yeah. But
Imagine
I don't know. I don't know how that
with a
works.
wheelbarrow full of money. Here's my 61 million whatever.
Check the price
If
on
those prices are
Oh,
legit, that would
yeah,
be
the
awesome.
prices on DJI's website have the damn tariff prices figured in, right? Didn't
Yeah.
somebody tell me that?
Yeah, the Air 3S does,
Yeah.
but I don't know about the Mavic 3 because I think I made a mistake. The one I was looking at was the RC Pro for 3,800.
Okay.
So that's about
Store's
right.
opening. Let's go. Let's go.
But
Air
the
3S.
Air 3S is definitely increased.
The Air 3S Fly More Combo Lite, which is the DJI RC2, says USD. So DJI's eating the damn tariff.
That's what it looks like. They
It
got
looks to me like
marked
DJI's
down.
taking the hit. So, oh, God. Okay, that's gonna make people struggle.
Huh.
That's gonna make people struggle. I'll show this.
Because it's
That's
2250.
bent, man. Let's see, live. Okay, I gotta kill the chat again. I gotta
See
kill the
that?
chat again. Cause y'all got me on this. We're gonna look. Okay. I got it there so that I can come back to it quickly. But I'm gonna do a share. And we're going to DJI buy. Then we're going to come back over here. Boom. And then boom. Okay, so yeah, like Randy you were the one that saw this first, didn't you say? Because you were pointing it
Yeah.
out. You were like, but
Yeah.
somehow it's like still, was
Marked
it
down.
$15.99 or $14.99?
No, it was $15.99 when it came
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
let's
that's
go
delivered to
on.
Washington.
Get off of
Okay.
here.
It's $50 more than what the Air 3 was.
Let's go over to the store. Oh, why are you not giving me my? Come on, go over. Where are you at?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
being a pain in the ass. Flip.
Captain
there we
Joe.
go.
How about did they raise the Mini 4 Pro?
Did I say
Look at the
that?
pop-
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Look at the
I was
Pocket
just
3,
trying to make some crazy
$800.
threat.
Yeah, the
Pocket
Pocket 3
3's
went way
$800.
up.
I thought
Yeah.
it was bad enough when I told all the colonoscopy jokes.
A lot
Some
of
of them
stuff
were good
went better.
though. It only took 30 minutes to figure most of them out. I had help there. Where in the hell was it?
Hey, the Mini 4 Pro is still $759.
Yeah, and
Why
the flip
is it
is
not
still.
showing me?
staying
It's
right
showing me
too.
what's hot. Here we go. Let's just go here. Scroll down. Nope, that's not working either. Go back. Where are they?
You bought it still
Did you-
$9.99.
There we go.
Did you see the
Okay,
drones
so
turn
is it
on
they're out of stock though?
when you
They're
fold
out
the
of
arm
stock.
out?
Look at this. Mavic 3 Pro, $21.99 out of stock.
But I bet you if you looked at it from another country, built wouldn't be out of stock.
Oh, really?
I bet you
sure?
if you spoofed it, looked at it from Canada, it wouldn't be out of stock.
Okay, is there
Jim
anybody
Burns in the
here?
chat. Jim, go to your DJI store in Canada and tell us if it's out of stock.
You need to get like NordVPN or something.
We
It's
got
like,
Jim.
like
We got
Jim,
Jim's
Jim's
drone.
there. He can check and say, does it say that it's available there? But still, $21.99.
That's
And
normal
this is
price.
saying basically that the new drone with the same controller, but the new drone is $200 more.
That's
Or
not
it
bad.
would be if we could get it here without all the tariffs on it. But if DJI is willing to eat it and pay it, man, then the whole point. Here's my question. Here we go. I got to do this. Wait a minute. I got to pull this off. Let's make it small again. We'll leave it there for now. Here's my question. If DJI is willing to eat that tariff price and give us the base price they were planning on giving it,
On the Mavic 4?
couldn't they sell us that drone a hell of a lot cheaper in the first place? Wouldn't the tariffs go back down to like nothing once we get a deal worked out? You know, shouldn't that drone be like, I don't know, $1,200 cheaper?
Yeah, you're right.
They go,
Bill,
we're going to charge you $2,400 for it, but with the tariffs, it's going to be $4,000. But we're going to take that other $1,400, and DJI is going to eat the cost. And I'm like, well, hey, how the hell are you going to be profitable if you do that? So I'm thinking, is it really that cheap for them to make these drones? At which point I'm going to say, okay, when we get the deal worked out, then subtract that $1,400 off that base price then.
I think UPS is going to hit you when it comes into the country because I forget who sent something to me. They ordered some stuff and UPS sent them a bill for like $800. John Cooper.
Oh,
For what?
Yeah, he ordered some FPV parts.
And it wasn't spoof. It wasn't spam or anything like that.
He got a
He
bill
didn't click
from,
it and they took
UPS.
over his computer.
and I tell you guys this, but I remember the tariff stuff back when I was young in the 70s and 80s, whatever. When tariffs rate prices, even when the tariffs supposed to get figured out, the prices never really come back all the way down again.
Yeah, they're in stock in Canada, and it's only $18.39 for the RC. Bill he just put the link in the chat.
And we can actually look at it.
Yep,
Will it take
and
us
they're
to
in
Canada?
stock.
Will we go to Canada?
You were right, Ron.
About you can see it in Canada.
Yeah, they're in
Yeah.
stock in Canada,
All
and
that
it's
stuff's
actually
only
Oh
sold out
God!
here
Look
in
how
the
much
US.
cheaper it
it's
is.
like $400 cheaper.
God, yeah. Road trip.
Or
Road
maybe-
trip.
I'm gonna rent a room from Lauren up there in Calgary. Move up there.
So they lowered the price on it, but they didn't lower it in the United States
That's crazy, man.
because that's what it was when it came
Let me
out.
bring it back up. People gonna get pissed, man.
I've got to
I
wait
wanna
for the
see
American
that.
drones.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that's the Fly More combo, but it's not showing me. There it is. With the DJI RC, $18.39, man. What's not showing is the Pro. Okay,
Share
the
your screen,
3
bro.
with the RC is the Fly More combo is 25. What was it before? But at least they're in stock for them.
Yes,
That's cool.
that's the key. Doesn't matter what the price is if it's not in stock.
Yeah, they're kind of sticking it to us.
Well, we get bent over each way, you know.
Yeah, our politicians do us in now. DJI.
It's saying USD on here, man. Steve, that's what you can see. Okay, screw it. I'll go ahead. I see if I was
let
going
me
to put the
try
chat
something.
back in.
Let me try something.
Let me do this. I will put this in here.
Try to buy it.
Oh wow, yeah. And then I'll add it in your pocket.
Yeah, let's try.
So as you can see,
That's a good deal.
yeah, 18 right here. The controller and the drone, $1,839
But you know,
USD.
that's the older DJI RC. That's the old slower one. The controller.
Yep.
You might as well get the pro. You might as well get the pro combo, Randy. You might as well go all the way
Hey, it'll let you order it from that site.
to a
US
U.S.
dollar.
address.
Free shipping, yeah. No, hold on.
Well,
Oh, I
U.S.
didn't type-
address?
No, I didn't type in the address. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it says country region Canada.
Yeah,
Yeah,
type
you
in
can't
my
change
address.
it.
yeah. The customs guy in Rising Sun will stop it, Randy.
Yep, you can't change it.
The
Okay, I
CD's
said
Yeah,
no.
I said deliver it to
4,000.
Alberta. Yeah.
Yeah, Alberta, British Columbia.
The Cine's 4,000.
See, that's
Type Rising
not
Sun
fair.
in. Type Rising Sun in there.
That's not fair.
Our 1,800 is your 2488. Ah.
Type some town in Maryland. It sounds like it's in Canada. Like if
You can't change it. You can't change Canada to United States.
Oh,
It's stuck on Canada, and if you try to type in your address, it says it's not valid.
see, we're screwed.
I'd make it for $800 to $1,000 cheaper. I'd
See,
take a
that's
day
the
trip to
thing. That's
Canada.
the thing that we're trying to figure out. Though, can we get by with going to Canada? Well, go back up there. Going to Canada, buying it, and bringing it back.
And
And
we'd
like
have like
people
a
were
we'd have
saying,
a
if you
bus.
kept it.
We'd have run a bus and like call it the something like the America drone bus and go up there and get them.
See,
Oh,
Jody's saying the price will come down. Yeah, but like there's I've seen a couple of videos out, and they're talking about how by the time the price comes down on the Mavic 4 Pro, will it still be like? Because think about this: a lot of your influencer channels, they depend on those first few bursts, because they're the only ones that have the drone. They're the only one that has the equipment. So they're putting out those videos to get views right off the bat. So if they don't make it to the US and the US influencers don't get the drone and they wait for the price to come down to bring them into the US, then there's not going to be enough relevancy for the influencers to really put their all into it, should it have been they had it from the very get-go. And another thing too is, how many of those videos are you and I going to watch if the influencers already have that gear, but then they don't ship anything to the US? That's going to...
I still watch some videos, but probably won't watch as many. Yeah.
Yeah, because you'll be like, oh, now I'm just getting mad that I can't have it. Or that if I want it, I got to pay $4,000 for just the basic model, and the base controller. You don't want to. Then you're just sitting here going, it's crazy, man. That's crazy. So I don't know.
Well, Bill, let me ask you this question before you move on. If the Mavic 4 Pro is indeed under some kind of embargo and it is not allowed to be shipped to the United States for whatever reason, whether it's whoever's fault or whatever, well, how will that carry over to the next drone, the Mini 5? Will that also not be able to get here?
No, wait a minute. Say that again, Ron.
If the Mavic 4 is not able to be shipped to the U.S.,
Right.
will that carry over to the next drone release, probably the Mini 5 in September?
I think
Oh
it's
yeah.
cheaper.
Well,
Cheaper
yeah,
than-
it'll be cheaper. I think.
No,
I think
I mean even prices. I mean just will it ship to U.S. customers? I don't care what if the price is
Oh,
$1
oh,
or $1. Will it ship
I,
to U.S. customers at any price?
I don't know. It depends on how longer we stay pissed off at each other. Like I heard something about they're supposed to be meeting this weekend in like Switzerland, maybe for the. And this is actually the first meeting, phone call, text, whatever that they're having.
Who, Trump
So,
and Xi? And Xi?
huh?
You talking about us in China?
Yeah.
They've been on the phone. They've been talking over the phone.
Pretty much, even China now they're finally acknowledging that this is going to be the first real talk of anything. That
Right.
Well,
Officially.
let me ask you this: besides drones, is there any other thing that's not coming here for any other reason but the pricing? Like
shit, man, we went to Fred Meyer's today. My wife was looking for pajamas because my
Okay.
colonoscopy's done.
right,
Couple of polyps. They'll tell me what that is.
right.
Some other stuff. Hey, AZ Drone Dude, good to see you. Raymond, glad to have you in here as much. Yeah, it's just too much for my blood. The minute I started figuring, and I was figuring it was going to be anywhere from like, say, $800 to $1,200 additional for the basic model for me. I was like, no. I mean, it looks phenomenal. Oh, and since we're on that subject,
You're not on pajamas anymore. It doesn't cost that much for pajamas now, does it?
doesn't cause that much. What, Ron? Say that
You
again.
talked about pajamas for a second. You're not. That's not the price of pajamas, is it?
No. But what I was saying was we were looking through clothes and stuff
Yes.
in the clothing department,
Yes.
and 85 to 90% of it was all made in China.
Right. Right.
And I was like, what's going to happen come July, August, going into September, October, starting to buy Christmas shit, and there's just nothing there. But I heard there was another way. What are they called? Those bonded warehouses where they can like ship stuff over, stick them in the warehouse, and wait for the prices to drop, and then when they pull them out, that's what they pay. So it just depends. Maybe a bunch of that stuff's already here. That would be really cool if they had pulled that off. but I don't see how.
Hmm.
But on their website, makes it look like you don't have to pay the tariffs. But then you heard Randy say himself, somebody told him that sure, yeah, it showed up, and that was what their card got charged to begin with. But then Amazon said we're not dropping it off until you pay this extra. How much did you say, Randy?
It was like 800 and some dollars. He showed me the screenshot. It was like 800 and some dollars that UPS was charging him.
Wow.
How much stuff did he order?
I'm not sure.
But it was for what new drone?
FPV
It was
parts.
for FPV gear.
Oh, FPV gear? Jesus. Wow. I would, yeah. Where would you spend? I would have to think how would you spend so that the tariff was $800? Jesus.
Yeah, he only
Probably
actually spent $100, but the tariff was $800.
Wow.
I would imagine he probably spent like a couple grand.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring.
That's
Hey,
a lot of
DJ,
money. That's a
what's
lot of money on
up?
FPV gear.
Yeah.
We're talking about some intense craziness here. Like we
I
would
see.
normally
I
do.
see. TJ's out there in the chats.
Yeah, he came. I sort of said, "Hey, TJ."
Jay.
Because can y'all see? I think you might be able to see in the thing. Wait a minute, let me do this. I gotta go back up here. If I do like this, see, I can come over here. You see how it kind of? Can you see how kind of? Does it highlight it there for them?
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Or can I scroll down? See, TJ saying, he's saying, "Hey, Bill and Randy and Ron and David and Jim saying TJ and TJ saying Jim." And AZ Dude saying,
Well,
giggles!
we know TJ won't be able to get the new Mavic 4 because that custom guy in Miami, he doesn't let anything DJI through.
Oh, really?
Oh, he
Nah.
stops it all down there in Miami.
Yeah, not in Florida.
That guy's tough down there.
That guy's tough down there. Is this a joke that I'm missing?
No.
Or are you being
Outsource
literal?
a couple guys tried to order and it came to the Miami Customs and they wouldn't let it through. It eventually had to get returned to DJI.
What?
Florida was one of the first ones to ban Chinese drones from their police and
Now,
their
see, I don't.
government.
I would, if I could talk to. I need to holler at Dale. Of course, Dale's at a show. I think this weekend he's in Texas. Maybe all this
Okay.
week and the weekend he's in Texas. Okay. Dominic is saying Mavic 3 Pro in stock in Australia for $37.79 AU. Wow. I don't know what that converts to US.
I don't know.
Is that
Probably
with the
about $2,100
or RC?
$2,200. I'm trying to figure
Oh,
out.
Dominic, stop back and let us know what the Mavic 4 is in Australia. When it
Oh
comes
yeah,
out.
that's going to be the disappointment. Because I mean, wouldn't that be terrible if we find out? Yes, they're going ahead and shipping it to the U.S., but they're going ahead and adding on the tariff price.
Yeah.
And then when we see it hit the site that day, and you go clicking on Mavic 4 Pro and the cheapest controller you can get with the Mavic Core control with RC2, and you click it, and you throw it in your basket, and you hit up the total, and you get it shipped to your state, and you look at it, and the son of a bitch says $4,200, and you go, I'm going to stay married. Click, get out of my basket.
You're going to have to pay that tariff. I almost guarantee it.
Well, put it this way: if FPV parts cost $800 tariff, can you imagine what a Mavic 4 would cost in tariffs?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
painful. It's going to be like a whole new colonoscopy.
It's like 40%. Or no, Chinese stuff's like 100%, isn't it?
145.
Well, I heard even some people see more than that because there's the old tariffs too. And the 100%
Hey,
tariff
wait. Here's some Dale. Now, speaking of Dale. Oh.
Dale's here now.
Wow. Yeah, Dale right here. See, he said, I still have some drones shipped, some drones ordered from April 22nd that haven't even left China yet.
Yeah.
So there ain't no Mavic 4 Pros in the country. I'm beginning to wonder now if we're going to see any American influencers with the drone.
Well, I can tell you we are, but I can't tell you how.
Yeah, they already have them.
And they found a workaround.
But if you think about it, a lot of those influencers have viewers over in other countries. Like they got a lot of European viewers, Canadian viewers. So regardless if they're going to sell them here or not, they're still going to give them to the influencers.
But the thing about it is is DJI going to eat the tariff money to get it up? Because it's still going to be valued at roughly $2,200, and they're still going to expect that rate, right? I mean, how would they get by with shipping it to an influencer and not having to pay that tariff? Because the
Oh, they're going to
influencers
pay
are.
it. DJI paid that.
So DJI is going to pay $4,000 to send it to Billy Kyle, even though that more than likely, no matter how many views he gets and how much everybody says it's great, people like me, you, and Ron are going to go, that's okay. I might just get a used Mavic 3 Pro, or Ron already has a Mavic 3 Pro. So
no, I have Mavic 3. I need to get the Pro now.
well, see, that's what they're going to be everywhere. Give it another week.
It'll be a lot more
And
expensive too.
They're going to start showing up on Marketplace.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy used. I'm not buying new.
People are going to hope and pray that they're going to have enough money together to get the Mavic 4 Pro. Because I've seen some people already, they're going, I'm going to get that drone. This is the drone I need,
Yeah.
right? And then people are going, but yeah, dude, are you going to pay $4,000 for it? Are you going to buy almost 2 drones, instead of just waiting and getting
People
one?
will pay it. People
And
will pay it.
they're saying the same thing. It's not gonna matter in another 6 months if you can't. Because we all know that drones have pretty much spent their lolly. They're not the big
Captain Joe's
fantastic.
saying the
They're not the
influencers
big
have
draw
them,
that they were at one time.
but
So
they keep.
you're gonna have to have, if you want to build viewership, then you're gonna have to have pretty much a little bit of every drone, like Ron and them do, or you're gonna have to get the drone as soon as it comes out, and you're gonna have to put out the same kind of videos like Billy and them put out, but you're gonna have to put your own panache on it, right? So that you can get more people to watch your channel, and you have to get it from the very get-go. And if you don't, you're not gonna get those views, and you're gonna get that viewership to keep coming back.
Captain Joe's
So-
saying the influencers have them, but if they want to keep them, they got to pay half of the price.
Okay, wait a minute. Dale's saying that Billy's was only. How could they value it at only $700? Because he's going to send it back. Is that what you're saying? Because he's going to send it back, or he pays half the price and keeps the drone, which he would probably do now.
I know.
Oh yeah, Billy would definitely pay that. They'd be dumb not to.
Or if I know him, he'll probably get him to send him 2. And he'll fly one a teeny tiny bit, and he'll fly the piss out of the other one. He'll say, "Oh, no, you can have this one back. I'll pay half price on that one." Maybe the drones are stamped with yeah. Maybe they're stamped with demo, not for sale. We could kind of come up with that. Oh, and TJ says that's a nice shirt you have on, Ron.
Yeah, I want to thank Jeremy for, who made all the T-shirts up for the South Florida Drone Meetup this year.
Very cool, very cool. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm sure they were wonderful. I'm just trying to watch pennies, nickels, and dimes. Although we did get our bathrooms updated because they drastically needed it, and my wife is very happy with her new bathroom. And I want everybody to keep my little wifey in your thoughts and prayers because she's going to go have the first of 2 knee surgeries this Friday.
What is that, Randy?
This is the very first thing I've ever designed. This is my YouTube logo. I turned it into a 3D printed chip.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
It turned out okay. It's not the greatest, but I had to use 2 different softwares to upload a picture of it, turn the picture into a SVG file, and then I took the SVG file and put it into Tinkercad, and then designed it in Tinkercad, and then transferred it to the Bamboo Studio, and then put all the colors in it.
Now, Randy, are your 3D printers made in China?
100%.
Yeah. So when you print something up on them, you sell it. Do you have to charge a tariff?
That's a good idea. No, because it's not coming. The product itself.
Oh,
that I'm
that's a good
selling
one,
is not
Ron.
coming from China.
That's a good
Rising, China hasn't bought Rising Sun yet, huh?
Okay, here's something that dawned on me.
Yeah, they might have. It's got a lot of
How
farm.
much money do you have invested in filament, Randy?
Filament?
Yeah, just filament, not machines. How much money do you have in just filament?
Couple hundred. Probably like 400.
Well, let me ask this question: is the filament made in the USA?
No, he's anyway. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Some
no.
is, yeah.
Some is.
You can get filament that's made in the U.S.
Oh,
Yes.
cool. That's
But
good.
I've never heard any U.S. filament being recommended by anybody.
No.
Well,
I found
maybe
a
I
good
can get
filament.
Randy to put the 3D print me up a replica Mavic for her,
Oh,
so I can have it sit. I can have it sitting here. It doesn't
TJ
have to have
wants
anything
one.
inside of it, but it looks like the Mavic for her.
TJ wants
TJ,
one.
I'm gonna make some more up. I'll send you one as soon as I get some more
TJ
made up.
wants one. Wait a minute. What did Dom say? But yeah, that's what we were talking about. Like Dale saying that the drones might be stamped with demo on it. Stop scanning. So yeah, so that way they, like I said, that's only. Wait a minute, that would be super cool. So DJI declares it a demo model, not for sale, right? Throws, like Dale said, like a $700 value on it. So the tariff's going to be what, like $300, $200, $250, $300. So yeah, they're going to pay that easy way get it to him. I can see that makes sense. And then he pays half price on that $700. That's even better.
I can't wait to see his
I'd
video
still get two.
with a
I'd
big
still
word
get
demo
two.
written on the side of the drone he's just flying it by.
I'd still get two. Fly the piss out of one. Let the I'd like pet the other one. Go, just sit here. You watch your little brother. I'm gonna smash the hell out of him. You just stay pretty. And then DJI, yeah, I'll give you $350 for it. Cool. But I'm gonna send this other one back. It's got a few scuff marks on it. It doesn't
I know-
miss everything.
The sad part is, I was gonna send my Air 3 in for care refresh a couple months ago, and I should have did it because it went from $40 for a replacement to $140 or
Oh, no.
$150.
Oh yeah,
Like
you were
that
trying. Yeah,
Care
you were trying
refresh.
to-
It was $189 for 2 years of care refresh, and now if you want it, it's $289 for 2 years of care refresh.
Mm.
Oh whoa! Wait a minute. We haven't looked
And
for
the
that.
Mavic 3 is like $500 for care refresh and like $1,000 to replace it.
Wow. Okay, never mind. We have looked at that.
I got my care refresh
Dude,
for
that
the
feels like
I got
another
my second year care
colonoscopy.
refresh for the Vada 2 before the prices went up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
did.
still.
I did too.
But
But I'm gonna have to
still,
pay. I'm gonna pay the 150.
I
and
still
trade it in.
think if you want to get a Mavic 3 Pro, between now and what is it, the 13th, so we got 6 more days, I still think you're going to see some Mavic 3 Pros pop up on Marketplace at probably $1,900 to $2,000. And it's only going to be there for 4 or 5 days because they're going to be thinking, okay, I got to have that money just in case. And then we won't know until the 13th.
Well,
What's
that's
going
not
to
that
happen.
even good of a deal, Bill. Woot had the Mavic 3 Pro for $15.99 twice in the past month or whatever.
Refurbs?
No, brand new for the factory.
Who had that?
What?
Woot, that
Woot.
online site. Woot. I
Woot.
made a. We talked
Doesn't
about
I
it
think
on the.
Amazon owns Whoop now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it happened twice. Ray Kelly bought it the first time around.
Oh yeah,
two
that's
people were on
so.
a show
Yeah.
one night. Yeah.
Let's see what we
Okay.
got here.
Is that the art
Whoop.com.
with the RC? Fly more
Ooh,
combo.
That's the
You know, it'd be
the
really cool
pro
if you could
DJ
let us
RC
share 2
guitar,
screens
yeah.
at once.
Okay.
The original one.
Oh yeah, you can log in with Amazon if you
You
want.
can. You can log in with Amazon. Yep.
Sometimes
Sometimes I'll get you
I want to
free
go to
shipping.
electronics like I always
It's
used
probably
to.
cheap.
Clearance.
I
All right,
also get free
electronic.
shipping on the expensive stuff like that.
Oh,
I've never
yeah.
even heard of that site.
It's been around forever, but like Bill said, Amazon bought it 10 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't. When we first started getting drone deals on it, and I'm talking, we got like the cheapo Chinese, the little guys. We would buy them on Whoop, like in bulk.
Remember, Woot used to have, they called it a bag of shit, right, or something like that. And you would go and you would have to bid on it, but you'd pay money. You had no idea what you were going to get. Some people actually would get a bag of
We
crap.
have no
But other
drones
people
on
would get
sale
big
today.
screen TVs and computers. It was like, hit or miss.
Yeah, we have no drones today. We have looks like some sunglasses, some earpods, some
Yeah,
charging
drones aren't that
trays.
common on Woot. They're only there occasionally.
Yeah, and you have to hit it the day they're on. It's got to be
And
somebody.
that same day they had the Mavic, they had the Mini 3 or Mini 3 Pro real cheap that same day too.
Oh, Dale said same thing, Ron. Oh, or did you just read what Dale said?
No, I remember that. It was about 10 years ago when Amazon bought them.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I'm still curious what would happen if we go to Canada and buy it and bring it back?
Somebody will try it.
That's what I'm saying. I want somebody to do it. That would, of course, wouldn't that suck if you went ahead and paid what $2,400 in Canada, and then came back to the border and they're like, nope, that drone's going to cost you another $1,700. It's taking another 45 feet.
And then you turn the car around, go back to the store, and return it.
And then they go, sorry, all sales final. Wouldn't that suck, Aunt? You know what I do?
Hey, then you stop on a street corner and sell the trunk of your car in Canada.
No, man, be even more crafty. Go back a couple of miles and pull over, and then fly it over the border and then land it with a friend. And then you just come over with the controller and go, no. This controller works with all my old drones, man. It works with it works with anything got 04 on it. So backwards compatible.
In fact, have your Mini 4 Pro in the car with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and have it paired up.
Yeah.
Pair it up before you come back across.
Yeah.
So we fly the drone over first, and we land it for a friend, and the friend takes off with it, and then we come over with the controller a little bit later after it's been paired with the Mini 4 Pro.
But what if a U.S. Customs officer catches that drone coming over?
Oh, Dale says if it's new, they still charge you. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. What if we take it out of the box?
Scuff it up a little.
No, I'm not going to scuff it up, but fly it once or twice, and then toss the box, put the receipt in my wallet,
and just toss the drone in like your camera bag and
put it in the bag that comes with it.
Like I said, take an old drone with you in that case, and then when you get there, throw the old drone away, put your new Mavic 4 in the case, and bring it on back, and say I came over with it. Right? Because are they going to look at the serial number?
Thank you, Dale. Have a good one. Thank you for the info.
Thanks, Dale.
So you see what he's saying? He's saying that if it's new, they'll charge. So that's my only thing. Wait a minute, Ronnie's saying
you gotta make it not
170 countries charge the U.S. tariffs. Oh well, I'm not going to go into that. I just know that the drones that I want is going to be expensive due to tariffs. So the rest of that shit, I'm not worried about.
Yeah.
You know, I just know how difficult it's going to be because all our factories have been shut down for at least 25 to 30 years. We're going to have to rebuild our infrastructure. We're going to put new train tracks in, all this shit. It's going to take another 20 or 30 years to get to where
I may not make it that long.
You know, I'm not going to deny that. You know, it's going to be really hard. I would love to see it happen, but there's no way in hell it's going to happen at a breakneck pace.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm old enough to remember when all the factories were open in the U.S. when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, we made everything here when I was little. We made all kinds of shit here. But you know, what happened was basically, and we did it right, was people who did shit better than us, we said, all right, you make all the textiles, you make all that shit, you all make this stuff. And we just kind of delegated. That's what our job was.
Not necessarily make it better, but make it with cheap labor is what happened.
Yeah, but the whole point was, like I said, when I went to Fred Meyer's today, like 85 to 90% of the clothing was all China. China. Yeah, we made damn good shit, man. I'm not saying like I still love to buy Carhartt, stuff like that, because Carhartt's literally, if like most coats and jeans and shit, if you get a little tear in them, like within a week they're ripped to shreds. But a Carhartt, you can get a hole in the size of a quarter, and it'll stay that size for years. It won't tear anymore.
Right. When I was a young kid, there was no option to go on the store and buy a made in China T-shirt or whatever. There was no such thing.
Yeah, and like he's saying, China didn't have anything when we were growing up. But anyway, that's beside the point. Like
The
I'm
only
saying,
country that had anything when I was growing up, well, Hong Kong had stuff, and then Japan had stuff.
yeah,
But that
Japan.
was only cheap stuff. The only time you'd find
Oh my
made in
God,
Japan was like
Ron!
at a 5 and 10.
Remember Betamax?
Yeah, yeah. Well, Betamax and the VCRs came up after the factories left, so all that stuff was Chinese or Japanese. But that's after the factory shut down.
Yeah, Evan
Yeah,
Rude, John.
Bill, I'm gonna play that a
They
little
probably never
early
made a
for you.
VCR in the U.S.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wait a minute, I thought. But anyway, yeah. I
Nah,
mean,
none of those
everything that got
VCRs
made
are ever made
cheaply.
in the U.S. All those
Well,
days are all.
because that's
Even when you bought an RCA VCR, RCA had already moved
we're going
overseas.
down a rabbit hole. I don't want to
Yeah,
piss
yeah,
people off.
yeah. We
So
are.
let's crawl back out of the hole.
The squirrel got loose, Phil.
It's 6:43. Wait a minute. I said I had a list. I had a list of actual recommendations this week. Do you
Oh,
have
yeah.
any streaming recommendations, gentlemen? Either any of you? Any of you?
Well,
No, but I'm
I
gonna head
only
on
have
out, Bill. I
one
gotta get
episode
to
to
bed.
go of White Lotus. So this is the
Oh,
third
White
season of
Lotus
White
is what you
Lotus.
want to watch?
And also, Bill, I took your recommendation from a few weeks ago, and I started Mob. Is it Mobland?
Mobland.
I'm only two episodes in.
Right. And the first episode was kind of rough to swallow, but the
Yeah.
second episode you were like, okay, this isn't too
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. Well, even the first one. What's his name? The main actor. He was so good even in the first episode.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. He was even great in the first episode.
Oh yeah. Because the thing about it, because one of my favorite things is when in the first episode when he goes up to the guy and he goes, right now, I'm in first gear. Do you want to see me go to sixth? And the guy just kind of goes, no.
I mean, he's the perfect fixer.
Oh God! And when he goes to sixth gear, it's like, oh, it's just so brutal, man.
But in some ways, he's the nicest gangster you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Polite and so
Yeah,
on,
but if don't you dare cross that family. Don't you dare cross that family.
Yeah,
Because
it only takes one
his
episode
wife-
to know what happens if you cross him.
Oh, but anyway, yeah, it's a phenomenal. So is that it? Is that all you got?
I think that's all I got for now.
Have you watched any of those, Randy?
No,
Do you have any of those?
I haven't been watching much TV lately.
Oh well, if you ever get a chance, Mobland, like I said, is awesome.
Paramount Plus.
Yes. Okay,
Now,
here we go.
My White Lotus was on Max.
Max. Yeah.
And also, Bill, I started watching Andor on Disney Plus.
And oh yeah.
It's on the second
Are you
season.
bailing,
Now,
Randy?
I'm watching the first season.
Yeah.
You
All
going,
right. Well, thank you,
Randy?
sir. We appreciate it.
Good night.
Me and Ron will talk about TV shows.
All right,
and
Ryan. I'll
stuff.
see you guys next week.
All right,
Yeah.
appreciate it. Hopefully, Evie Mux works right next week. Peace.
Hopefully, we have
Oh,
a
and
chat.
we'll know next week. We'll know next week if
We
it's going to
will.
be painful or not.
Maybe we'll have a Mavic 4 to set next week, Bill.
Oh, yeah, right. Not me. Stevie, good to see you. Okay,
Steve
we're
Ron.
okay. So here we go. This
Hey,
is
can I
another thing
shout
I
out
said,
Stevie first? Stevie's put some nice videos out on the Insta360X5. He's a big fan of it. Put some nice
Good night,
content
Ronnie.
out.
Thank you for coming. We're at the streaming portion of the shows.
Yes.
Yes, I will not have it. I already know I will not have it.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the deal. We know, I think we got tomorrow, or I guess at midnight tonight. Any of you that have watched, what is her name? Charlie. Shit, what is it?
Charlie.
It's on Paramount Plus, isn't it?
Oh,
Charlie
you don't
Case.
need,
Charlie Case. Is that what her name is?
Say it again.
Charlie Case.
I don't know that one.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure. I can't even. Shit, it's killing me now.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, it comes out May the 8th.
And today's the 7th.
Yeah, starting May 8th. Poker Face.
We're coming back?
Poker Face coming on Peacock
I love
tonight
I
at
love
midnight. 3 episodes of the new season coming out with Natasha Lyonne tonight, midnight, on which will be 9 o'clock here on the
She's
Pacific.
great. She's great.
Yes, it's a phenomenal series. It's a phenomenal series. Okay, now another thing coming up on Max on May 16th will be Adrian. What is Adrian? What is Adrian's last name?
Brody.
Brody in The Brutalist on
Really?
Max. Okay, and also premiering May 16th on Apple Plus. Let me get back over here where I can see what the hell I'm doing. Apple Plus, a new series called Murderbot. Starts
Murderbot.
on May 16th. It's an android who basically has the laws of robotics, right? Can't hurt man, can't help
Okay.
man kill himself, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
But this robot's so smart, he's figured out how to hack his software and do basically whatever he wants. And he
Ooh.
personally thinks that all mankind are idiots. So he basically has hacked his software to where he can eliminate people if need be, just so long as other people don't see or know. And so it's the whole series rolls around that premise, and he literally starts to call himself Murderbot. And then I think they kind of recruit him to be like a renegade and join like the resistance, and then they find out that he's already, a rogue robot. So they're like, and he calls himself Murderbot, and they're like, what? Anyway. So check that out, May 16th, and you can also go to Apple Plus and see the trailer, Murderbot. Okay, Prime TV. Our Prime Network. You got Population 11. Population 11. I'm going to kind of roll a little quickly so we can talk about these other ones. Netflix has a new movie called Eternaut. What is it? The Eternaut. And basically, it kind of starts slow. Like for the first 30, 45 minutes, it's kind of slow, but it really picks up the pace after that and really gets moving good. If you want to see another good series, it's called Them, The Scare. It's on the Prime channel or the Prime streaming. Another one on, I think it's on Prime. Yeah, I do believe it's on Prime too. These next couple of them, both of these are going to be on Prime. The second one I've really gotten into and I want to explain a little bit more about. But one that's really close to like, let's say South Park, Family Guy, that kind in that genre type. It's called the number one Happy Family USA on the Prime Network. Get over there and check it out. It's animation and it's adult animation. It's kind of funny. Wait a minute, I'm going to skip this one. This is on Netflix. It's called The Detroiters. It's about a black guy and a white guy, and they kind of play off each other in a comedic roles and stuff. It's really kind of neat to check out. And one that I've really gotten into recently comes from New Zealand. It's on Prime. It's called Dark City the Cleaner. And it's basically he's a serial killer. Just bear with me. He's a serial killer, and he started out, his first one was he did away with the sanitation guy at the police station so that he could keep up with them tracking the serial killer. So it's very I hate to, it's one, I know it's more of an adult drama. I don't want to, don't watch it with the kids or anything like that. Oh, good night, Bob. Thank you very much. You have a good one.
Good night, Bob.
Thank you. You have a great rest of the week as well.
So it's got a little bit of Dexter in it, huh?
I don't want to give away too much because there's something that happens. There's the first episode. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the first episode because basically you're his conscience, I guess you would say. Is sometimes he'll be verbally interacting with the characters in the surroundings, and other time you just kind of hear his voice speaking as you see him walking through certain actions. You'll see him walking along and you'll hear him thinking, okay, sorry, Ron, I'm not trying to make you yawn, but I don't
It's just getting late. I was busy today.
Yeah, but like I said, Dark City, the Cleaner, and I don't want to give away too much because I've explained the plot. He's a serial killer that works at the police department as a janitor. So,
now, is it sure that's dropping episodes now? Or is it complete?
I don't know because I just discovered it last night.
Okay.
I watched the first episode because remember I came home from La La Land.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
You got a lot of sleep earlier in the
the first
day.
thing I did, I was a total bitch. I'm sorry, I love you, honey. I was a total bitch because I was like, I want a Burger King Whopper. I want a Burger. I haven't eaten in 2 days. Give me food, and I was a total bitch. Thank you, honey. So anyway, I got my Whopper. I ate my Whopper and it kind of was like in a lull for a little while, and then I discovered this show, and I started watching it. And I was like, I don't know if I can get into this or not. And then I got more and more involved, and then all this the stuff that happens, man, that goes on, and you're just like, wow. And then you can't help but laugh at some of it, But like I said, this is on Prime. You have Prime, Ron?
I do.
Okay. So what you need to do, I know you're going to sleep tonight, but if you get a chance, Dark City the Cleaner and everybody else in the chat, if there's only 2 or 3 people here and you have Prime, Dark City the Cleaner. If not, holler at me. I'll give you a list of these. If you holler at me on Facebook, anybody that's interested in them, and I'll give you all a link. And let's see. We have 7 minutes left.
And don't forget Conclave. I think it's on. I think it's on Prime. It's about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Where they're picking a new.
It started out. It was actually on Peacock first. It was on
moved
Peacock.
around. Yes.
Yeah, it was on Peacock like 3 months ago. And my wife watched it then, and she was like, you really need to watch it. It's really good. And I was like, of course, last week I was like, this just tells how old I'm getting, because I was thinking, we went through like 4 popes in a row, and people were like, no, he was a pope for 25 years. He was a pope for 18 years. No, he was a pope for 14 years. And I was like, yeah, I'm old. So to me, because to me it seems like, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but to me it seems like the older you get, the faster time goes by. To me anyway. Like when I was little, a single day in the summertime seemed to last for like a week. And now it's like the years are going by faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster.
I got a better analogy for you. When you were a kid, you went to school or whatever, it seemed like that day of school would never end.
Yeah. But a lot of times I enjoyed school a lot, because I was the one that, you could do so much better if you just applied yourself. And I am, but not the way you want. I was like, I'm fine with that, but you're not going to, I'm going to be me. But anyway, let's see. Let's see. We got 5 minutes left. I'm trying to think. Have I brought up, I've talked about Buckeye Lake before. I'm trying to think of somewhere. Because Buckeye was one of my... Okay, we're going to have this is going to be the Grateful Dead show before. It was the old Charlotte Coliseum when there was the Charlotte Hornets.
Okay.
And you would literally show up at the Coliseum, right? And you look at it, right? You look at it, and it looks like it might have 2 stories, and that's it. And you're like, that don't even look big enough for them to play basketball in, let alone have a concert in. And then you went into it and you realized that it was like, a hive, a real hive, and it was dug down into the ground.
Oh.
So when you walked in, that was the top. And we had tickets down on the floor. And so we ended up working our way all the way down the floor and got about halfway through the floor, and then it was like 9 million degrees. And so we went back up and set up high. But it was the old Charlotte Hornets Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we went to see, that was the usual crew, because Brian Fitchco was the one that, I don't know about now, because I haven't talked to him in probably about 5 or 6 years. But he was the one that always loved to drive, and we drove a Chevy Sprint. And this is another one of the stories, because the Sprint, I think when he got it brand new and it had 300 miles on it, and after 3 years of us going to see the Grateful Dead, it had 79,000 miles on it. And his parents were going, you all didn't ever cross the Mississippi. And we go, yes, we did once when we went to Pyramid Arena. That's now a pro bass shop. How times change. But anyway, so the Charlotte Coliseum, and again, we were all wild and crazy. And I'm trying to remember, Jerry had a really good night that night, but he was kind of, he was kind of, you could tell he was like on the smack. Let me see. Grateful.
What year? What about year was this, Bill?
That's what I'm trying to see. Charlotte. Maybe 95? Was that the last one? Possibly. Maybe March 23rd. Yes, yes, yes. March 23rd, 1995. And that was the tour that Bruce Hornsby was opening up.
Oh,
And
really?
Bruce would always Bruce would always come on with the Dead, and he would always play like a lot of music and stuff with the Dead. So it was really cool. Let's see. Oh yeah. So if anybody knows the Grateful Dead, like it's open. I'm just gonna say do the set list. Mississippi Half Step, Wang Dang Doodle, which is one of my favorite Grateful Dead songs, because Wang Dang Doodle is Bobby, the crowd really wound up and everybody be happy. And then Phil would do Cold Rain and Snow, El Paso Loser, Easy Answers, So Many Roads, and Bobby played an acoustic jam. Then they came out for the second set, opened up with Unbroken Chain, which is yeah, really cool song. Scarlet Begonias, Fire on the Mountain, Karina, Matilda, Jam, Drum, Space. So basically what that was the band would kind of take a break. And what they would do was Jerry and Bobby would go out and they'd kind of, do some wild stuff on the guitar. And then they would kind of fade out. And it would just be, and then you would hear first Bill Kreutzmann would come out and he'd start jamming on the drums. And then Mickey would come out. Mickey, because the Grateful Dead had two drummers. Okay, Mickey would come out and Mickey would play. Mickey was always experimenting with stuff. Like he would have electronic drums and stuff like this. And so then he would set up like this repetitive jam that was going on. And then literally everybody would leave the stage. And then you'd start hearing Jerry like twanging around on his guitar, and it like really like crazy stellar kind of music, and that was the space. They would call it space, and usually that was when people would go to the bathrooms and stuff. And by space though, people would be back, because when the Dead that was how they would go in. That was how you would know that the end of the show was coming up, was when they would come out of space. You'd hear them start. They would tease you with like one or two notes of what song they were going to play, and then they would start jamming, and then they would come out of space and into the days between, and then they did Good Lovin', and then the encore was The Wait. So like the band, The Wait.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
And then but they closed out the show with Good
You
Lovin'.
said Good Luck. You mean Good Lovin' by the Rascals?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was, that's what I said, and we were all wound up tighter, and I had this really killer T-shirt. It was one of my favorite T-shirts, and it had like one of the Hornets on it, right?
Okay.
And it said "Buzzing at the Hive." But the problem is if anybody's like me, I tend to wear the piss out of my T-shirts, so they get worn and washed and worn and washed, worn and washed, and then they fall apart.
Yeah.
So I no longer have that T-shirt.
Right.
But I do have one of my Woodstock 94 T-shirts that my wife still has.
Oh, wow.
She still has it. She wore it for a pajama for a long time, but I don't know where it's at now. I think she ended up putting it away.
Okay.
So anyway, it is now 7:01, and I am very grateful for having everyone here, and I hope that me talking about the Grateful Dead and other stuff gave you all some fond memories and stuff. And Ron, do you have anything coming out this week that you would like to share with the people before we take off?
I don't think I'm really working on anything right now, so
You will be back on Drone Nation next Monday with breaking news on Tuesday's impending release.
Yeah,
right?
we'll have a launch party Tuesday morning, whether the drone comes out or not in the U.S.
Here it is.
You may be able to watch a whole bunch of guys not order the drone Tuesday morning.
I don't know. I bet you Marcus orders it.
You think so?
I bet he does. He can. It's not going to be on any skin off his nose.
Well, I mean, if he goes to hit the button and says doesn't ship to the U.S.
Oh, that would suck. But I think
or
or
if you could find on there and says out of stock.
Oh yeah, true. But I think he would buy one if he could get a hold of it. I would too. I would too. But I don't want to pay that extra anywhere
We
from.
talked about this earlier. Mark Fisher said he would buy it even at an inflated price because he could make it back in a certain amount of jobs.
Exactly, but me, no, it's just not logical for me, and maybe I'm right. Maybe here in the next few days, we see a lot of Mavic 3 Pros getting sold because people are hoping and praying, I don't know. We'll have to check and see.
Yep.
But I don't have anything personally coming out this week. I might try to fly and throw up another backyard shot, or maybe, but probably doubtfully, we'll call Angel and go down to the city. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, again, please keep my wife in your thoughts and prayers, and have her, Friday's going to be a fun day because I think it's going to take like 3.5 hours to do one knee.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I hope,
yeah.
I'm hoping, so
Hope everything
thank you
goes
all for
well.
coming.
Praise. Thoughts
We
and
appreciate
prayers.
it. And I'm hoping that next week Evie Mux is not broken.
Yes.
Live long and
Jack is
prosper.
back.
We'll see you next week.
Good night.